Tonight, wildlife sightings, they seem to be popping up all over Colorado Springs lately. We've heard reports of bear sightings from Manitou Springs to just north of Rockrimmon.
News 5's Natalie Chuck is in studio for us tonight, and she spoke with the Colorado Parks and Wildlife. So what did they say about all these recent sightings, Natalie?
Well, Rob, they say one of the best ways to keep wildlife away from populated parts of the city is by making sure we're keeping Colorado Springs clean, or else you could end up with some close calls like one woman I met today.
He came, there's a light up there, there's a camera, and he was on our, right on our driveway.
Up in Flying Horse on the northeast side of Colorado Springs, Carm O'Sullivan caught a jarring sight on her Ring camera right after she had a party. This bear moseying along in her driveway.
I'm like, oh my God, my friend's carrying out cheese. And I'm like, did you offer him any?
And she wasn't the only one. Her neighbors capturing this video of the bear helping himself to their patio.
I was a little nervous because I thought, God, what if we go out? My friend was staying over too that night, and she didn't even want to go out to her car to get her stuff because she thought, what if he's not docile?
But Colorado Parks and Wildlife says most of the time they're just hungry.
Bears, they really don't want much from people. They're naturally afraid of people. The reason they come into town often is because people leave their trash out. And they think they can get an easy meal out of it.
And one of the best things you can do is have this, a bear-proof trash can.
Bear's not going to be able to get in there because, of course, they don't have the hands like we do.
O'Sullivan has lived in Colorado Springs for over 30 years and says sightings like this seem to happen more and more frequently.
They're getting displaced. And so, you know, the coyotes have their little area where they're at and their little hunting grounds. And the bears, I think, are really moving from Black Forest this way out to Monument and back.
So with our population growing and more people moving here from somewhere else, education is key for keeping everyone safe.
It's part of being smart. If you live with them, you got to figure out how to make sure you manage the area well.
CPW encourages everyone to keep a close eye on your pets and your kids, and keep in mind the fact that wildlife is very present in our community. They have an entire page on their website dedicated to living with wildlife, helping educate people on how to avoid conflict with wildlife. We will have the link available for you on KOAA.com. Rob?